Hello everyone, and welcome back to Genshin Impact. I'm ready to resume the story, but before we do, I do want to make an amendment on something I said I think in the last couple videos. So I mentioned a couple quests that start at different Catherines. Uh, one I started in the previous video was a world quest, but I was also saying that the one at Mondstadt's Catherine was an event quest. That is entirely untrue and like a mistaken assumption on my part. I think it's actually an unlock quest for a new feature that was added in 2.1, and I'm not ready to do that just yet. Kind of don't really care at the moment. I really want to just do the story. Uh, but we'll probably get around to it somewhere in the middle or after. Anyway, hello Kokomi, Goro.
How's Tepe's condition?
He's taken a sudden turn for the worse.
I have put out the order to seize all delusions. The vast majority are showing some loss of vitality, but nothing serious. Sadly, a few have been less fortunate.
Your Excellency, I'm planning to establish a dedicated field hospital to monitor their condition. The soldiers are up in arms about the ban, though. They know full well what a delusion is, but they still intend to keep using them.
Okay, I'll leave you to deal with the situation. I have to get to the front line. This whole fiasco is certain to be a blow to morale. If the Shogun's army attacks now while we're scrambling to recover, it could well undo everything we have achieved so far. What are your thoughts?
I'll go confront the Fatui directly.
No, it's too dangerous. The Sakoku decree is still in force, so their delusions must be produced within Inazuma's borders. To organize an operation of this scale, they will have had to mobilize a huge amount of manpower and resources. They can't have done it without local support. If we want to stop them, we have to destroy the factory where the delusions are made. But it's sure to be heavily guarded.
It probably flew right by me, actually, because the Vision Hunt decree was way more distracting, but I kind of didn't realize that the Sakoku decree was keeping stuff out.
It's dangerous to go alone. At least take some troops with you.
There's no time for that.
Your Excellency, given the urgency of the situation, we were hardly discreet when confiscating the delusions. The Fatui are sure to take notice. If we spend any longer amassing our forces, they will get wind of our plans and make their escape.
Very true. Let me think. I gave this some thought while you were confiscating the delusions. The side of the factory must be big and secluded, but close enough to a transport route to ensure the supply of raw materials. Not many places meet these criteria. And if we take the locations where our soldiers receive their delusions into account as well, I suspect the site is likely to be the cliffs, near the ocean at the southwest of Yashiori Island. I'm not going to stop you, but please, be careful. We have lost too many courageous fighters already. I don't want to lose you too.
Okay, let's go.
Huh? You mean to the Delusion factory? Really? You aren't gonna think it over first? Fine.
Alrighty then. Jumping headfirst into danger without a rational thought. Oh, that's awfully convenient. Okay, so... actually kind of makes sense. Whoa, hello. Kind of feel like they're just there. Oh. Noticing the air get sucked in, that was kind of suspicious. Do I really need a pyro though? Alright, well, let's get started. For the person running the factory. Ooh. Ow! Okay. Guess now I know it.
Let the show
Something extra to look for. Guys.
Well met.
Alright, that. Darn it.
take flight. Kamisato out.
That's probably a little bit of a wait.
Looks like I...
So I can at least deal with this guy. Now, without a Claymore or a Geo character or something, this will be annoying to deal with. Well, I can still take health damage though.
Finally, some quiet.
There we go. A lot of this crystal marrow stuff. Huh.
Keep going.
Are they making delusions with Tatarigami energy? Actually kind of wild.
So, is this what delusions are made from? So much crystal marrow. Now, where have we seen that before?
Ow.
Wait a second. Are they getting this from Rito? So the Conjure Commission are...
I was kind of worried about that. And it makes sense. When we were trying to escape from Rito, the leader of the Conjo Commission was told specifically to keep us in Rito for as long as possible. So someone knew we were coming, someone knew we were here, and
Let the show begin.
I highly suspect,
Whirling snow.
I highly suspected then, and I highly suspect it even more now, that
Embrace the ice.
someone I've met twice before.
Take flight.
Once in Mondstadt and once again in Liuek.
Whirling snow. Let's dance.
Unfortunate fault.
Oz revealed.
Nope.
Cook this through.
It's wild to think that infusions, wow, that delusions are being infused with Tatarigami energy. I'll notice. The situation of the Inazuman Civil War is presently uncertain. The longer this conflict drags on, the more advantageous our position will be. Deepen the Resistance's reliance on delusions to fan the flames of war and steel the resolve of the leadership on both sides to continue fighting. Call upon all available comrades to assist the work of 2nd Naval Lieutenant Nathan in dashing Sango Nomiya's hopes for a quick victory. there are any accidents, assist in Second Lieutenant Nathan's escape and silence all who might reveal our infiltration into their ranks. This mission is of vital importance to securing our supply of delusions. Not a single detail may be overlooked.
Yikes! It looks dangerous. We'd better watch our step or we might get hit.
Oh, there was another chest somewhere, right? Oh, it was right in that wall, if I remember correctly. Never mind. There's another chest earlier. I'm going to miss it permanently, because I ain't looking for it.
Go, Barbara, go!
Uh-oh. Ow. Ow. Ew. Oh, platforming. Ow. Oh, this is actually close to the beginning. Okay, cool. It doesn't look like I missed a chest anywhere.
Let the show begin.
Ooh.
Intruder spotted! Do not let them impede the work of the Harbingers. Never get out of here alive!
Alright.
I see through you! The kill joy! We've only just begun!
Whirling snow!
Hehehe. Eh. Sheila didn't want to, like, burn
Don't be intimidated!
Fish's
One
ult.
Harbinger will be here soon!
Oh, wrong character. There we go. Factory Superintendent Natasha, huh?
Take flight!
Ow.
You need to hurry up! Unfortunate fault!
Whirling snow! Let's dance!
Any more? Doesn't look like it.
You actually managed to find this place. Congratulations.
This guy. First time I saw him was during a story event.
Barely 2 words in, and you already look like you want me dead.
Let's see, you're giving delusions to the Resistance.
Oh, so that's what this is about. I think you've got the wrong idea. I know how this looks, but I'm just here to follow orders. I'm obviously not the mastermind behind this. Aren't you supposed to be pretty tough? What are you waiting for? Go get them. You're getting all worked up over nothing. You've changed. You're getting weak.
How can you say this is nothing?
How can you call it anything more? It's the way of the world. Human life is worthless. They were always going to die, with or without a delusion. At least having one gives them a chance to fulfill their ambitions. Do you have any idea how useful the Vision Hunt decree is to us? It took a lot of work to make it happen. Obviously, it was in our best interests. Good news is, our hard work is finally paying off. Generating conflict creates a big market for delusions. Now we just let the promise of power draw in the weak. For just a small price, they get the feeling of controlling the world, trading their life for supreme power. Pretty good deal, don't you think?
So, the Fatui started the Vision Hunt decree? You've been behind it all along?
From the outside, Inazuma looks pretty impenetrable. But on the inside, it's a land of opportunity. With a little effort, we were able to break them down from within. Eternity stretches things out over a long time, but each moment within it becomes all the more fragile. Take your friend in the Resistance, for example. There's nothing you can do now. He's a lost cause, just like a bubble on the water. Beautiful for a moment, then total destruction. The more it takes from them, the more tightly they hold on to it. And the more incompetent they are, the more determined they are to fight it. It's such a farce. You have to see the funny side.
Don't you dare mock Tepe.
Hey, calm down! No!
That's it. Just like that. Embrace the anger. Embrace it! The wrath of the gods fills his factory, and it feeds on your anger.
What's happening? Get up!
Hello, Yai Miko. Head priestess of the Narukami Shrine.
Repeat after me. 3, 2, 1. 1, 2, 3. Come on.
3, 2, 1, 1, 2, 3.
Okay, that's positive. Your brain seems relatively unscathed. This is good news. It's just as well, really, with the amount of effort it took me to get you back here. Honestly, it was like you were glued to the ground back there.
Nico? Paimon's been wanting to ask you about something. How come you're acting so differently from when we first met you?
Am I? Maybe it's because I had the other Shrine Maidens leave. Anyway, I've always been like this. People show you whatever side of themselves they want you to see. I know this for a fact. Every side of me is the real me. People just like to define things in all sorts of arbitrary ways. This is a human society. At the moment, anyway. And I'm just doing as I please.
Paimon didn't quite follow.
Study humans a while longer, my little friend. You'll see what I mean.
Why did you save me from the balladeer?
Right! Paimon was so focused on the Traveler that Paimon didn't notice what you did to get Scaramouche off our backs.
What if I told you it was a secret art from the Grand Narukami Shrine, and that I had the balladeer down on his knees, begging for mercy in an instant? Would you believe me? Well, maybe you should be worrying less about that, and more about how exactly you're going to thank me, no? Maybe some of your neural circuitry is less intact than I thought.
Thank you ever so much, Yaisa.
I didn't mean you had to be so formal about it. I need your actions, not your words. The delusions. They're still on your mind, aren't they?
What happened next?
You needn't worry. The leader of Watatsumi Island took some troops to clear the place out. She's also issued a strict ban on the use of delusions across the whole army. With their stronghold exposed, I doubt the balladeer is stubborn enough to try and retaliate now on his colleague's behalf. It would be more trouble than it's worth. I must say, I would relish the opportunity to watch the Fatui getting a taste of their own medicine. Well, anyway, that's Songonomiya Kokomi. She really outdid herself this time. I'd love to have another chat with her again in person. But alas, belief systems can be such a hindrance sometimes.
A hindrance? Should you really be saying that as the Gucci of the Grand Shrine?
Anyway, I'm only telling you this to stop you worrying so that you can focus on something I need you to do for me.
What do you need?
You've met her, right?
Yes, at the ceremony.
I'm not talking about the puppet. I mean her. You've met her, yes?
In that place?
Yes. The true Raiden Shogun, who meditates endlessly in the plane of Euthymia to preserve her being. Her name is A.
Are you saying that the one we met at the ceremony was just a puppet? And the real Raiden Shogun is the one that the Traveler met later? And does that mean that when the battlefield changed, so did the opponent?
There were some subtle differences.
Because this is the Raiden Shogun's eternity. Before pursuing the eternity of her nation, she had to reach eternity for herself. Since the physical body will eventually turn to dust, she replaced hers with that of a puppet. And since the spirit is susceptible to erosion, she placed her consciousness inside her sword, where she remains in a meditative state, free from all disturbances.
So, that place that she carved open with her sword...
The plane of Euthymia. Essentially, the world inside her mind. A place that typically only allows her existence. She shuts herself off in her inner world, leaving all the affairs of the outside world to be dealt with by a puppet, who has a singular focus on the pursuit of eternity. This is the approach A has come up with for realizing eternity.
One reason why he stepped down.
You mean Morax? It's been a while since I last saw him. A surprising decision by Liyue's Archon. What a fascinating god he is.
It seems like the Raiden Shogun's approach solves the problem Zhang Li was facing, though.
Perhaps. Or you could take the view that she's acting like a little child, throwing a temper tantrum and locking herself in her room. Don't you think? The grand notion of eternity she once held has long since given way to the eternity of her own definition. And ultimately, her eternity is defined by fear. The fear of loss.
Yeah, I'm really still not sure what you want me to do.
The truth is, we are on the same side. You want to save the people of Inazuma from the Vision Hunt decree. So do I. The only difference is that I'd rather like to save this nation and save A while we're at it. The key is that the plane of Euthymia represents A's inner world. Defeat her there, and you may well have the chance to shake the Raiden Shogun's will.
So this is your plan? To abolish the Vision Hunt decree? Not by talking her out of it, or through an armed resistance, but by, hopping inside the Raiden Shogun's inner world?
I feel like we're setting up a scene from Bleach or something.
You're a fast learner. In short, this is the last chance to get Inazuma back on track. Otherwise, an eternity of darkness awaits.
I feel like why me doesn't need to be asked. I also assume that that's the one question, so this is a strong illusion of choice. I'm gonna go with the first one.
Don't you realize how special you are? Remember, the plane of Euthymia is a space where only she is allowed to exist. The fact that you could appear there tells us one crucial thing. that you have piqued her interest. Perhaps it's because she has never seen an individual who is so unpredictable in the face of eternity.
Has no one else ever been in there?
None. No one has seen the devotee of eternity since she shut herself away. In fact, no one even knows what it looks like in there. Your existence is more than just an opportunity. It's the very key to all of this. To that I say, well done, child. You did not disappoint me after all.
This all sounds very convenient.
Wait, you're leaving? Where are you going?
Anti-Raiden Shogun training. I've prepared a special program just for you. Come along.
Oh, really? Well, kind of makes sense. This scene was going very slow. I guess fastest way to go there is to glide with my super speed gliding gadget. There we go. Whee! Big hole from the end of the cleansing ritual quest. Thinking about that still depresses me. Whee! Whee! Bam.
We're gonna do it here? And what's this mechanism for?
That is the biggest frowny face I've ever seen.
Think of it as a catalyst that can reproduce the Raiden Shogun's combat moves. I made it from my own memory, which means it should be perfectly accurate. Unless, of course, her skills have declined. It'll give you a chance to figure out her moves in advance and come up with a counter strategy. That should be a big help, don't you think? The aim is to try to not get hit by the attacks. Since you've escaped certain death at her hand once already, I presume this shouldn't be more than you can handle.
Alright. Don't get hit is the name of the game. The heck? Alright, well let's just start challenge. Ow! I definitely failed that time. That! Ooh. Wait, no, that still counted against me. Heck. Avoid being hit by the finishing move. Owie.
So rude.
Yeah, I definitely don't know the timing. It's like tighter than anything I've had to deal with so far. Again! Ow. What? Darn it. Oh. Ooh. Okay. Darn it. Oh. I always get hit by that one. Whoa! Ow.
This is not the end.
Bye, Ether. Have a sandwich. I think that's a sandwich. I kind of forget what it is.
I'll protect us.
Okay, one more time. Nope. Never mind. Ah. Ooh, I did not get hit that time. Made it out. Ow. Come on. Nope. Darn it.
Go, Barbara, go!
So used to seeing circles that I never expect that particular wave. No! Ooh. Ray! I succeeded! That wasn't the final challenge. What the heck?
Come on, we can
A
do
little
it!
shortcut there.
What a workout!
It was a little challenging.
So how come you know so much about the Raiden Shogun?
You mean me? Perhaps it's because I'm the Electro Archon's servant.
What? Like Devalin is to Barbados? Huh. Never would have guessed by looking at you.
It sounds like you'd be more persuaded if you saw me in my fox form.
Why do I not like either of these options? I'm just gonna go with the, I'm gonna go with the second one. Very persuaded
In your
indeed.
dreams.
Thank you.
Huh.
More curious than my appearance is the fact that she and I don't see each other anymore, wouldn't you say? A nation to last for all eternity is a dream that she and I both share. But I don't think that's the same thing as complete stasis. At some point, she started going down a path that became increasingly difficult for me to join her on. You know, A never said goodbye to me before she stepped into the plane of euthymia. Perhaps it's just my wishful thinking, but I think she did this deliberately, as her way of keeping our friendship eternal. By neither saying goodbye nor seeing me again, our relationship will remain forever how it was. In her mind, at least.
She's taken a very one-sided view.
Since we've embarked on two very different paths to eternity, I can either continue to maintain the status quo or do whatever it takes to bring her back on track, regardless of the cost. I have chosen the latter because if stubbornly isolating herself in the plane of euthymia is her idea of eternity, then my duty as her eternal servant is to drag her back out of her own head and into the real world.
Aw, Miko, you sound like a really great friend.
I'm only telling you this so you can properly understand my plan. Could you possibly spare the sentimentality for the time being? Anyway, that's enough chit-chat. Time for Anti-Raiden Shogun Training Phase 2.
There's a part 2?
I think we kind of knew this ahead of time. There were two options for challenges. Complete the next phase. Oh man. Oh. We don't have two options anymore. Ah! Oh! Ads! No!
By royal decree! My apologies!
Ow! Wait. I was not hit by the second move? Oh, but that time 2 hits have registered. What the heck?
Whirling snow!
Yo! Darn it, I went the wrong way again.
Let's dance. On, reveal thyself.
Ow!
Go, Barbara, go!
Midnight Phantasmagoria.
Embrace the ice!
Cannot see what the statue's doing. Oh, nice. I guess I was just meant to beat up all the opponents, before getting hit like 10 times or something.
We're finally done. How did we do?
You did quite admirably. I could see your determination and your hard work.
So, do you think we're ready to beat the Raiden Shogun now?
No.
How do I put this? You're no match for her at all.
Wait, what? So all of this was a complete waste of time?
You are the most important part of the plan. I know what I'm doing. You don't think I'd leave you with no chance to win at all, do you? Speaking of, Traveler, what do you think of the Resistance Army's chances?
To be honest.
You're absolutely right. Perhaps they occasionally best the Shogun's army in open battle, but when they face the Raiden Shogun herself, considering even their visions have been taken from them and embedded in the statue, they're ultimately quite helpless.
You don't have to be so blunt. The Traveler's the captain of Swordfish too, you know.
I don't mean to belittle them. On the contrary, it is precisely because of their helplessness, because their visions have been taken from them, that their will is all the more precious. In short, if everything goes according to plan, they may yet prove to be helpful.
Oh, what is the plan?
Oh, goodness, is that the time? I have another guest to receive today. We can talk more back at the Grand Narukami Shrine.
All of a sudden, you're entertaining guests? Hyman's really struggling to understand how you work.
She's been around a while. She's got quite the schedule to juggle, I imagine. I gotta say, this quest, this part of, nah. Got to it after the cutscene.
Okay, we can talk here. You asked me about the plan. In fact, I've been mulling it over for quite a long time. Before one makes a plan, what is the most important thing one must do?
Don't know. What is it?
You
Go.
must understand the situation you are facing.
True.
The Vision Hunt Decree was obviously devised as a means of manipulating the Shogun. The ones behind it knowing full well her susceptibility as a puppet, with a single-minded focus on eternity.
Ah, yes. The Fatui did it to create the demand for delusions.
Yes. This is the strongest piece of evidence we have to go on. Now, we also know that every aspect of the Vision Hunt Decree's promulgation and execution has been enthusiastically spearheaded by the Tenryo Commission from the outset.
Ayaka was saying that every time they submitted a petition against the Vision Hunt Decree, the Tenryo and Kanjo commissions would veto it straight away with no negotiation.
Let's see here. Well, the crystal marrow, apparently came from Rito. And I probably both are true. Like, I'm just gonna go with the second one because we sort of deduced that.
Yes, it's all too clear that both the Tenryo and Kanjo commissions are in some form of collusion with the Fatui. Foolish humans, blinded by their greed. Thus, the current situation is that our Fatui antagonist is still at large, has the two rogue commissions wrapped around their finger, and is distributing delusions from the shadows. Unfortunately, given that said antagonist is under the protection of 2 commissions and the Raiden Shogun, we would be rather hard-pressed to track them down.
So, what should we do?
It will be easier for us to start with someone from Inazuma. So my plan is to incite rebellion in the Tenryou Commission.
Rebellion? What are you talking about? After everything you just said, it sounds like the Tenryou Commission has rebelled already.
When I say rebellion, I don't mean betraying the shogunate. I mean inciting a certain someone to betray the Tenryou Commission.
That's kind of where I was thinking.
If we manage to convince her, I'm quite sure we'll be able to get you another audience with the Raiden Shogun.
Oh, I know who you're talking about. A certain 4-star that is on the current character banner. Who is this? I'll go with the second one.
I'll give you a clue. She's currently in charge of the Shogun's army. She visits the shrine at this time every month, and she is our guest today.
Yeah.
She also appears to be standing right behind you.
Don't move a muscle. You've got some nerve showing up here in the shrine when there's an active warrant for your arrest. Don't even think about trying anything. Surrender now. You're coming with me to headquarters. Seize him!
Affirmative.
Kujusara!
It seems that you're forgetting. This is the Grand Narukami Shrine. Use of force here is strictly forbidden. Before you proceed, which of you would like to face criminal charges for dishonoring the Shogun,
Ugh. Guji-ai, please tell me you are not sheltering a wanted criminal here.
We are just friends. I don't see what sheltering has to do with it. Tell your subordinates to leave. We have things to discuss.
All of you outside.
As you wish.
Guji-ai, I'm a little curious. Does it not also dishonor the Shogun to hide a wanted criminal at her grand shrine?
You're the same as ever, Kujo-Sara. No one can match you when it comes to loyalty to the Shogun.
As a servant, loyalty to the Shogun is my duty. And as a warrior, I dedicate my life to following the way of the Shogun.
Even though she will one day seize your vision too?
The Vision Hunt Decree is the Shogun's chosen course, and I shall not question it.
Oh, it's tragic. Such wholehearted devotion rendered meaningless by circumstance. Have you been kept in the dark? Or are you the only one left in the light?
Lady Guji, I need you to be direct. Tell me exactly what you mean.
The Vision Hunt Decree is a trap. Part of a Fatui plot to bring Inazuma to its knees. And your masters, the Kujo clan of the Tenryou Commission, they're the ones keeping the truth from reaching the Shogun.
You're saying the Kujo clan betrayed the Shogunate?
Yes, that's exactly what I'm saying.
Guji-ai, your allegation is not only dangerous, but ridiculous. The Tri-Commission has served the Shogun since ancient times, and remains absolutely loyal to this day. Ever since I was adopted by the Kujo clan, I have seen and heard nothing but pure devotion toward the Shogun. At every level of the Tenryou Commission, especially from the head of the clan, Kujo Takayuki. He reveres the Muso no Hitotachi more than anyone. My own respect for the Shogun pales in comparison to his. How could he ever even dream of acting against the Shogun?
3 days. Come back here in 3 days and I will show you the evidence. As a Guji, there's one thing I know very well. People believe whatever they want to believe. Some things you do not see, simply because you do not wish to look. And so, it falls to me to place the truth before your eyes, in all its ugliness.
3 days? I'll be here. But if I don't see any evidence, I will demand a formal apology for slandering the Kujo clan. Also, he will have to come with me.
Wonderful. Then I'll see you in 3 days. I look forward to it very much.
That was so scary! Paimon wasn't expecting to run into Kujosara here. But, Miko, you mentioned evidence of the Tenryou Commission's betrayal. Is that all in hand and good to go? Or...
We're going to fetch it, aren't we?
Why are you always asking so many questions? Of course not. I just had to say something because I clearly wasn't convincing her.
not entirely unexpected.
As plans go, changing the deity's mind is a huge gamble to begin with. We can't expect to be in control of every last detail when we're facing off against a god, can we?
Okay, but what are we gonna do, though? We only have 3 days.
If we want to get our evidence, we're going to need some help. Now, come with me. We must awaken the professional.
What? Proof of guilt. Are we going to see a tanuki? And the helper, the Aimiko spoke of. Alright. There's a, oh. Never mind. Hello, Sayu? Sort of.
That toy tanuki just turned into a human! What's going on? Paimon's never seen one of these before. Not a tanuki. I'm a Muchina. I'm so tired. If I don't get enough sleep, it'll stunt my growth. Is this the professional you were talking about? She doesn't look very professional at all.
She is a member of the Shiumatsuban, a genuine, bona fide ninja.
Oh, wow! A ninja? So was that one of those legendary ninja transformation techniques? Anyway, what's the Shumatsuban?
It belongs to the Yashiro Commission, a secret unit under Kamisato Ayato. Now, Kamisato Ayato and the Yashiro Commission are neutral parties, so I have no right to give orders to the Shiumatsuban. However, convincing their most chronically lazy member to help us is well within my abilities. Here's what I need you to do. Go into town and find evidence of the Tenryou Commission's betrayal. It would not be appropriate for me to be seen there myself.
You make it sound so simple, but...
What exactly is the evidence?
Oh, I thought you would have figured it out by now. All right then. I'll indulge you with a little more information. For a complete outsider, probing the inner workings of the Tenryou Commission is nigh on impossible. But since the 3 commissions work together to serve the Shogun, they have a close relationship. Someone from one of the other commissions might have an easier job of figuring out what they're up to.
Yashiro Commission!
Now you're following me. The Shogun's army haven't given up on their search for you yet, but with the help of this Shiumatsuban ninja, I'm sure you'll be able to rendezvous with your friends. Don't forget, we're on a tight schedule here. Be sure to bring back the evidence in good time.
Alright, so something I was saying and got distracted from and totally forgot between cutscenes. Part of the story feels like it's taking longer than the video has actually been so far. What? For some reason, we still have time. Right, and so I guess I'm going to the tea house place. I forgot what it's called. Komore Tea House. Could have just read the thing, but the objective, but whatever.
Toma! Toma! You there? It's us! We're back!
Pat pat.
What brings you here? Did you meet with the Resistance? How's the battle going? Is it safe for me to come out yet?
Not just yet. We saw people patrolling on our way here.
So, it's still not over. I guess you came here because you have something to discuss? I'll get someone to call for Miss Kamisato. Bear with me for 1 second.
Wee. Aww.
I see. You have been through a lot since we last met. I understand. You need evidence of the Tenryou Commission's betrayal. Let me think. Now that you mention it, there is one thing that has always concerned me. The Shogun's army has been at war with the Resistance for a long time now, but not once has the Shogun ever inquired about it. I used to think that she simply didn't care, but looking at it now, perhaps the problem all along has been with the Tenryou Commission's reports to the Shogun.
What do you mean?
The Tenryou Commission presides over domestic military affairs. If they ever had any intention of concealing information in their reports, we would have no way of knowing. Meanwhile, the Shogun would incorrectly conclude that the Vision Hunt decree poses no threat and would stick to her decision. If we had access to their reports, it would confirm everything.
But as I recall, the only person authorized to access that kind of official documentation is Kujo Takayuki. It's heavily guarded too. Even with Sayu's help, swiping a document from under their noses is no easy task.
If only there was a way we could distract the guards just for long enough.
A distraction, you say?
Yoimiya's fireworks!
That's a very Toma-sounding suggestion. But it's a reasonable one. The statue of the omnipresent god is right by the Tenryou Commission. If someone set off fireworks near the statue, they certainly wouldn't ignore it. While they were preoccupied with that, Sayu could infiltrate the Tenryou Commission and take the report, as well as any other evidence she might find.
Great! It feels like I'm getting closer and closer to being a free man again. It feels like it's been an eternity since we last sat down and talked like this.
It's not been quite that long.
Well, it certainly felt like it to me. I've been looking forward to seeing you again every day since I got here. This tea house used to be my favorite hiding place, but now I've honestly lost track of how long it's been since I last set foot outside of here. Oh man, I want to go to the hot springs so badly.
Poor Toma.
Let's focus on the issue at hand. The sooner the Vision Hunt decree is abolished, the sooner Toma will be free. This was a reunion of sorts, but there's no time to catch up. We'll celebrate properly when it's all over.
Ooh, let's play the hot pot game again.
Oh.
You're still thinking about that?
The Tenryou Commission is heavily guarded. Be careful when you get near. Let's meet back here afterwards.
Alright, first let's go to Hanamizaka to find Yoimiya.
Wee. Freedom. Right. I can just fall. Wait, what the? Oh, right. I usually just kind of glide down. I forgot that her place is on the lower level of the city. Hello, wow, bleh. Hello, Yoimiya.
Yoimiya, we need an extra large firework. The super duper big kind.
Extra large firework? You sure came to the right person. As it happens, I made this really souped up one just a couple days ago. But it's so powerful that I haven't found anywhere I can test it out yet. Huh, may as well give it to you. Let me know how it turns out. Don't forget,
Move well away from it after you light the fuse, and try to avoid burning your clothes. Also, it's best that you cover your ears. Why does Paimon feel so nervous all of a sudden? Don't worry, it's just a firework, come on! What's the worst that could happen? We'll give it a try! Thanks, Yoimiya!
Never, ever, ever say that! You've jinxed our whole mission!
What a distraction! Now we just need to wait for nightfall!
Alright, so then... Achievement. Yeah, I did see an achievement pop up. Though their wishes be like morning dew. Ah. The person, distributing stuff. Bad stuff. Clock. Wee. Yo, I want it to be exactly 0. Why am I like this? Alright. That'll do. 1 minute past midnight.
You!
Ah.
The warrant is for your arrest! Freeze!
Oh no! Run!
Yeah, there are way more guys here than there used to be. I'm gonna have to play this like Splinter Cell. Yes, just like Splinter Cell.
Pretty much how I thought. There are loads and loads of people. If one of them spots me, I'll get caught. We need to get rid of them, or I won't be able to sneak inside.
Just have to trust Yoimiya.
After I get the document, let's meet back at Komari Tea House, okay? Also, if I do get caught, please come rescue me. Is this really a good idea? Anyway, let's make our way to the statue. Careful does it. Watch out for guards and don't get caught.
Set off the fireworks to distract the guards. Where? Far off, I guess. Need to go higher by just a few meters. Here we go. Oh!
By the look of it, Paimon's ears are gonna get blown off. Oh, Yoimiya, you are officially nuts. Uh-oh, they're all coming this way. Quick, run!
You cannot see me! Wait, who's seeing me? No, you don't. What the? There we go. We're in! Intabulous fireworks something something. Yesta. Hehe. Ayaka. Meet Ayaka.
Well, how did it go?
We lit the firework and ran away.
Well done. Let's wait for news from Sayu.
After some time.
I know exercise helps you grow, but this was a little too too much exercise. I feel so dizzy. Everyone is spinning. No, I can't sleep yet. There was something important I was supposed to do first. Oh, right, yeah, I got it. I didn't know how to find a document you guys were talking about, so I just swiped a whole bunch of stuff that looks suspicious. Here you go. I'm going to sleep now.
Rest well, Sayu.
My lady, what are we looking at?
This sealed envelope must be an official report that the Tenryou Commission is preparing to present to the Shogun. In addition, we have correspondence with the Fatui. It seems that Gujiae was right. They have been fomenting unrest behind the scenes. This should be ample evidence. Please take them to Gujiae. I trust you will have a plan for the next step. I will also gather some people to try and root out the rest of the Fatui in Inazuma.
Still, mind yourself when you face the Shogun. I still get goosebumps just thinking about her drawing that blade.
Again, we'll just have to trust Gujiae. She is close to the Shogun, so maybe she will have a way.
If Paimon remembers correctly, it should be time for a meeting with Yaimiko soon. Let's pack up our things and get ready to head to the Grand Narukami Shrine.
But should we do that now? Or put that off for another video? Yeah. We'll have to put that off for another video. I hope you all enjoyed. Goodbye, everyone.